Hey everybody, I'm Blitz. Welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. This is, the 8th episode? Yep, 8th episode of the series, and as always, this is a sponsored series too. So, last episode we talked, and we actually became real-life Shadowrunners, and now we're going to talk to Frederick here. Probably not going to say anything? He might. Frederick. Like most troll bouncers, this man is knotted with muscles, but absent. Oh, he's got a kitty. Are the myriad scars that come with age or indiscretion. Only the blemishes are the huge bony skin growths, common of his kind, and a single deep scars across his neck and collarbone. Those. You watch yourself in there, or else you wreck your aerodynamics. What do you mean? Anyone causes trouble? I see how far I can throw them. No fighting, no killing, no trade. Don't mess around. Okay, let's go in. Whatever. Club 88. Alright, we got Henry Cafe. There's only one way to describe the troll haunting the back of Club 88, weathered. And it says this man has been carved from granite and then battered by the crash of waves and salty winds for over a course of decades. Welcome to Club 88, no killing, no fighting, no sex trade. And no fun, I take it. I can respect that. I'm Blitz. I'm Henry Cafe. I suppose I own this place. If you're looking for guns, speak to my wife. If you're looking for pharmas, speak to my son, Callum. And if you're looking for trouble, you'll be seeing my son, Frederick, briefly. And what would I speak to you about? Nothing. I just steer the ship. What ship? It's always a ship. I'll leave you be. Okay. Callum, he's got the drugs, yo. Have a drink, friend. Better grim than most of his kind, the young troll nonetheless ruins the effort of his own blatant drunkenness. His eyes are red and his expression foggy, but he otherwise appears to be high functioning. Okay, you alright? Couldn't be better. You're stoned. I'm Prince of Club 88. Chosen, you might say. You part of the family that owns this place? You're a shrewd one, friend. But I'm the heir apparent, and my birthright. To peddle chems to every sniffer that passes through our gates. What do you say? Need something to pick you up? Something to bring you down? Let's see what you got. So I'm not going to go in any of the drugs because they're cool. It's basically like a buff, but you can get addicted to them, I think. Some of the other games you can, in the tabletop you can. I'm just going to stay away from those. Ooh, what's in the back room? Wipes back here, I'm guessing. Okay, we got a door for a door. Oh my. Aha, gun room. This is what I'm talking. A boot. Get my Canadian on. The older troll woman has a striking Amazonian quality. When she was younger, she must have been really turned heads. Can I help you? Do you work here? Work, eat, sleep, and crap here. What do you got for sale? This is my family's place. Me and my husband and our 2 boys. Now, do you have business with me? There's no time for window shoppers. Yeah, I'm a window shopper. Let me take a look. So we got the smart links now. So the smart links require the data jack. So you see that? Now, if you had a smudge, an SMG with the data link, like that one, is that it? SMG. Yeah. I kind of wish you can compare it to what we've got. Like, I can't tell. Ooh, they got outfits too. Small amount of protection gives 3 armor. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know what I've got for a gun right now, and I don't see. Oh, right, there's the sell items. Your stash equipment. So 6 RNG is M. What does that mean? Range combat? Range. Oh, range. Range medium, and capacity is 24. That's the bullets. Okay, the Uzi 2. Let's see. This revert. We cancel that. And I guess that's 5 and 30. That's not so great. That requires a smart link. 5, 30. So the one we have is 6. Big damage potential. I guess it shoots more bullets. Weird. Oh, I'm gonna exit. And we could actually buy it. The Beretta. Is it? Yeah, it's an SMG. It's cheap though. That's the one we've got. So it has a higher clip too. Maybe it shoots more bullets. I can't tell. I guess it doesn't say. Let's just exit. You want me to tell me about Haoi? There's only one thing you need to know. The corporations do not rule Haoi. We're under Kindly Chang's umbrella, and Yellow Lotus soldiers protect the docks and maintain the place. But we're not tribe members, and they don't own us. Heoi is crossroads, where goods change hands and deals are made. Kindly makes the market. We, the families, make it happen. Me and the captain make it happen. Families rebuild this place when it was left to rot. Strong families like mine, and we protect our own. Outsiders and cops know that tangling with Heoi is more trouble than we are worth. The triads know it is better to work with us than against us. And now you know these things as well. You would do well to remember them. You're looking to buy? Maybe another time. Very well. Something else? Good nope. Good nope. Goodbye. I like those turrets, so I want one. I want 4 of them, really. 1 for each limb, and I want to replace my limbs with those. So I can just go rat-a-tat-tat-a-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. And I guess you can hold down the Alt key, and that shows Alt, A-L-T, the left one, or the right one maybe? And it shows everything that, yeah, see, it actually shows what it is there. Okay, we're supposed to go this way. I'm guessing we gotta go back to the space boat. And by space boat, I mean real boat. This guy wants to talk maximum law. I guess he's the trader here. Overhead, gigantic hollow sign shines like a searchlight, screaming the message through the dim light. It hums and flickers, sputtering like an old engine. Fierce electrical crackles sporadically burst out of the sign's emitter, stabbing your eyes and filling your ears with static. Under a baleful glare of the sign, a rusty mini barge's deck stacked with electronics, dilapidated radios, stereos share space with the crisply boxed servers. Ranks of disk memory chips fill the display cases padlocked under plexiglass. I think I talked to this guy, didn't I? Oh yeah, virtual reality. He's got to go. You ripped that PDA. You worked for... Okay. Yo, what do you want? Who are you? Nervous. Her servos whine and the 2 lenses of the goggles zoom in on you. Who am I? You're new here, I get it. You don't know about me yet, but you will. I'm one of the guys that keeps this neighborhood running. I figured that. This is Law's Technology Palace, a satellite territory of Wampao. You step on the boat, you're in a sovereign state. I resemble Wampao here. It's maximum law. He draws himself up proudly, setting his hands on his hips. The maximum law, yo. You got a tech problem? Boom, I solve it. You need software? Boom, done. But don't waste my time. So you got any business in Wampao right now? If not, keep moving. That's amazingly ostentatious hollow sign you've got. Yo, it's pretty boss. Yeah, pretty boss. That's right. You're a guy who appreciates the good stuff. I like that. Half a Heoi gets the juice from the pirate tap on the big Mitsuhama DC cable under the river. Mitsuhama's like, winds into the mocking whine. Oh, let's run 2 million volts from cold fusion plant to the island under the river. These slum monkeys can't tap that underwater cable. Idiots. You know who built the tap that pulls the electricity off the cable? Wampao. You know whose barge holds the transformer? Mine. Cheap power for all, and a whole lot extra for me. Behold the lighthouse of boom. So he's just sucking power off to power his really big sign. Why are you wearing VR goggles? It's not VR, it's augmented reality. We're pioneering it. Little camera's matrix overlay. Can we support a 3-dimensional HUD, and side windows have live multiple feeds. Wow. You got a command shell open right now. I'm networked with 5 guys. Wave of the future. Wave of the future, huh? A future where you can't look anywhere in the eye and resemble a B-grade sci-fi character? Techies trying to proxy astral perception with gadgets. Cute. Don't give me that woo-woo civilian chaser junk. All that astral stuff. I don't do anything tech can't do better. Ultimately, it's just a shortcut. Law says it with supreme confidence, a statement of perfect fact. He holds his thumbs up in his bulky electronic belt. Boom. Looks like you got some dangerously exposed wires over there. Yo, what are you, my mother? Those wires are fine where they are, high and dry. The only problem is for someone who does something stupid. I'm running a high bandwidth tech operation. Do I look like I have some tape copper, and sip tea? No, I don't. These are the only wires you need to think about. As he taps his raw knuckles, Law wraps his knuckles fiercely on a clear top case full of buses, cables, and cable harnesses. These are the only wires you need to think about. I'm here for tech. Show me what you got. So he's the techie, and he's the decker that we're not going to do anything with. Okay, exit out of you. See you later, dude. Yeah, whatever. Probably never gonna talk to you again, but that's fine. Anything cool over here? Don't mess with the law. Law. Okay, that's the kid. Got it. And that's the transformer boat, so that's gonna probably blow up in the future. And we can make it. We gotta make it back to the boat. I don't see any. Oh, there is something to talk to you down here. Oh, there's another little room to go into. Oh, there's another one over there, too. Jin. As you approach a small landing, you see 3 men, 2 elders and a younger man, hunched over a go board. The juxtaposition of the 2 white-haired, white-bearded men on the black-haired man is almost comical. Together, they resemble small black and white stones of their game. No, that's kind of cool. Despite the variety of ambient distractions, the 3 men remain acutely focused on the game. One of the elders, a round-faced man with a beatific smile, carefully picks up a black stone and places it on the board. His opponent snorts, and a small smile flashes across his face. Almost carelessly, he snatches a white stone and deposits it on the board. The smiling man groans, and the long-faced one proceeds to collect several black pieces off the board. Oh, you got me there, Jin. He laughs, a pleasant, full sound, as it trails off. He spots you watching the game, a broad smile and brightness. Why, hello there, young man. Something you need? Long-faced man gives you a cursory look and continues to collect his black stones. Just a gawker. It's your turn. Name's Blitz. Got a second for a question? I could use a short break. What about you, Jin? Fine, a short break. He looks to be in his early 30s, but it's difficult to tell. The skin on his face is smooth and supple, with the only suggestions of creases of the eyes, mouth, and forehead. But small gestures, a blink, a flare of his nostrils, briefly reveal his lines of his face. The man's eyes rise from the go board and study the elders. He nods. Been having his strange dreams recently. I hear that's happening around here. 3 men exchange looks. What a coincidence. But it wasn't an hour ago that we were discussing the same thing. We have been having bad dreams, every one of us. Interesting. You mind sharing? What makes you think we'd be comfortable sharing our dreams with a complete stranger? Seems like a good way to get ourselves in trouble, especially with what you kids can do with that Matrix you all love so much. Pretends this bit. Bleh. Don't mind him. He's always been a poor sport. But he raises a good point. Some of our dreams contain information best left private, just as yours do, I'm sure. Having just met, how can we be sure that you respect our personal information? I'll tell you. I believe you're trustworthy. Please, Blitz, make yourself comfortable. I'll share my dream with you. As the youngest man's voice cuts through the din like a razor, and the others fall silent. He turns to you and locks his eyes, dark orbs that burn with piercing scrutiny, into yours. He nods and returns his gaze to the go board. I'm listening. I dreamed of a long, dingy hall. When faced with such a thing, one generally walks its length. So I lifted my right foot and placed it in front of me, but upon taking the first step, I found myself instead drawn down into an alleyway on my left. I wasn't there before, this alley. It only appeared as I walked. As I moved down this alley, I found myself surrounded by friends and loved ones. They all stood there, silently watching me with smiles on their faces. And as I passed each one of them, they fell to the ground in my wake, dropping like puppets with severed strings. Somehow, I knew that if I followed this road to the end, I could have everything I'd ever dreamed of, but I woke before I could reach it. I too saw a long hall. My own experience was different, however. The hall was far off in the distance, and I was looking down on it from a strange angle, as though I were perched on a wall high above. You know, young man, Blitz, you look so very much like a person I saw walking that hill. He moved steadily down a path, walking at an even pace, and just behind them a great and terrible shadow followed. Of course, I didn't have the best view up there on that wall, or wherever it was. It could have been anyone. Perhaps this old mind of mine is seeing a new face now, and misremembering the dream. He lets out a chuckle, and a small flush of red turns to his cheeks. He looks over at Jin. Go ahead, Jin. I've changed my mind. I don't want to share my dream. Nonsense, Master Lau. And I have both told him our dreams. Now it's your turn. No. It's fine. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. See? Straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have to. This is important. All right. But don't go repeating any of this. You hear me? Takes a deep breath, slowly releases it, folds his hand in his lap. My dream began as a nightmare. I dreamed my failures and mistakes that I've made through my life, the people that I've let down, and competitors I've crushed, the wife who died in hospice without me. I dreamed of the family I had abandoned. And then I dreamed of the walled city. I stood before it, and its door opened for me. And when I passed inside, all my guilt fell away. It was as though the city had absolved me and washed away my guilt, and I remember feeling happy. There, I did it. You happy? Thank you, Jin. You have my thanks too. Aw, yeah. Now can we change the can we change the subject? I saw ulcer and subject, and my brain said cancer. That's weird. Now can we change to cancer? I no longer want it. I want tacos. I'm guessing you've been around these parts longer than I have. This sort of thing normal? If it was normal, we wouldn't be huddled around discussing them in whispers now, would we? Enough of that, Jin. Blitz here asked Ernest for advice, and he deserves a proper response. Please forgive our friend. Bitter years have left him suspicious of others. The answer to your question is no. Upsetting dreams have never been common here in Haoi. But the recent visitations have been different. They've been darker, more vivid, stronger than normal dreams. Last night I consumed by the sense that something was coming, while my friends here felt a sense of relief and excitement as their dreams ended. I felt as though we were sitting in a precipice of some vast and terrible chasm, with the void yawning beneath my feet. And suddenly his cheeks flush. He blinks twice and looks away. But perhaps these are just ramblings of an old man. Please forgive me. You speak wisely. I need a drink. It's foolish to embrace the thing that you do not understand. What Jin and I saw in our dreams was alluring, but so is a light to a moth. Your instincts are still strong and sharp, my old friend. It is wise of you to trust them. Thank you. I can only hope these dreams lead to something beautiful. There's already enough deception in the world. Can we get back to the game now? Gotta head out too. Of course, take care, Blitz. And if you find some time on your hands, you're always welcome at the game table. Thanks. Good luck with your game. Appreciate it, young man. We'll be seeing you. Most awesome. Most gnarly dude. Let's go talk to, is this Al? Sale. Al. Yeah, his name is Al. What is his name? Reliable Matthew. Oh, there's another person. Smooth jazz drips from cheap speakers on his barge. A wide array of worn-down drones litter the battered deck. Okay, this is a rigger, dude. I don't really want to talk to him. Wearing a cheap suit, limping, clutching a small cigarillo. He adjusts his tie, his exaggerated nonchalance, languid, ostentatious, like an American casino promoter. Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to our little floating heaven. You got a discerning look to you. What brings you to the Reliable Matthews Robot Bazaar? He taps Ash over a bulky cleaning drone beside him. Not wanting to answer, he continues. Perhaps you're looking for a hexacopter as a guide to Hong Kong. Or a little handheld tarantular beauty to brew your tea. You're Reliable Matthew? That's right, Reliable Matthew. Shun. At your service. He extends his hand, and odors of peach-scented moisturizer and stale tobacco wash over you. How about it? Shake his hand. Pleasure to meet you, Reliable Matthew. Always, always. Welcome to our little patch of peace on the river. I think you'll be ready. You really love Haoi. It's just a fantastic place. Well, now we're antiquated. Acquainted, not antiquated. Yes, we're old. Maybe I can brighten up your day a bit. What's on your robot list, friend? You're calling me beautiful? You know it, beautiful. I hope I don't offend. Just I can't help it. To me, everybody's beautiful, baby. Right back at you, honey buns. Aw, man after my own heart. I'll go now. You take care. Don't worry. I'm going to lock the door of my cabin tonight. Okay, so we did those. Those guys don't need anything. Let's go. What's in here? Parlor of 5 Phases. What's that? I guess this is a magic shop. Crafty Zoo. A mild scent, sweet, slightly herbal. The first thing you notice upon entering the old shop. Its quarters are cramped. made smaller by the display cases and furniture packed inside. The walls are lined with bookshelves and a few tables and chairs stacked with old tomes. Few titles jump at you, lucid dreaming of an exploration of the inner self, dream logic, nocturnal visitations. Overall, the place feels lived in, if disorganized, not quite cluttered, but close. Milling at the front of the store is the shopkeeper, lost in a book of her own. She's tall for a human, probably close to 2 meters in height. What's that, 6'6" or 7? 6'7", somewhere in there. Her physique is typical bookworm, not overweight, but you can't see any muscular definition either. A wraparound tattoo covers her upper arms and shoulders, but from where you're standing, you can't quite make it out. She fidgets. Gradually, her eyes rise from her book and lock onto you. Welcome. Don't believe I've seen you before. Name's Crafty. Blitz. Nice to meet you. So, Blitz, what can I do for you? I got spells, alchemical reagents, foci, whatever you want, really. Might have to do some digging to find it, but if it's magical, it's around here somewhere. If you had any vivid dreams... Matter of fact, I have, Blitz. We all get the occasional vivid dream, nothing special here. Gesture to the book on the table up. Really, why are you reading up on them? She flicks her wrist dismissively. Sure, it's a little weird that we're having them, but these types of dreams are common in the walled city. Nothing to get worked up about, probably. Strange. I met someone the other day that said that too. I don't remember who that was. Anyone who's familiar with the walled city would know that, but most people don't go to their way to find out. My mother devoted all her life to researching the walled city and the magical phenomena within it. So I grew up on the stories about the city. The recurrent creepiness dreams is one of them. They're common then? Common as the cold. My mother devoted her life to researching the walled city. I think I've never been inside the walled city by myself. But my mom went in pretty regularly and experienced the dreams. Huh. Mom sounds like an interesting person. She was interesting, but not praiseworthy. Is it your store, or do you just work here? It's mine. I inherited it from my mom. As you can see, she's generously left me with all her research journals. Oh, there's nothing. My mom was never a big cleaner, but neither am I. My mom used to keep small spirits around and helped her manage the place, but they're not here anymore. But sometimes, I swear my books aren't where I put them. Who knows? Maybe they'll pop by for visits. I just wish they'd clean it once in a while. Wow, why don't you clean it yourself? Okay, what makes this store so special? It's old, respectable, built over a dragon line. Ooh. We also carry text unavailable anywhere else, but I guess for me, it's drawn to this place by nostalgia. You don't sound thin. It's a job, can't complain. Question about something else. What do you know about the walled city? I think we did that one. Just a little. Just that my mother spent most of her time there, and she shifts her weight, leans to the counter. Well, it messed her up. There's something specific you want to know about it. What can you tell me about the city? Where to begin? The walled city's always been a junk place. It started as a bad place. It's still a bad place. Crime's drawn to it like a magnet. You can't enter the city without a security guard on each elbow. But not even that will guarantee you safe passage. No one famous or rich or memorable has ever come from the place, and the only thing it's known for around here is its bad reputation. That's about the gist of it. Tell me about yourself. Not sure where to start. What do you do when you're not at work? I've been pretty crunched here around the shop. I don't have a lot of time outside of work, but when I'm off the clock, I like to read and paint. Maybe kick back and enjoy a meal with my friends. My buddy Gobbet sometimes stops by with food. No drag racing or anything, pretty boring. I know Gobbet. Wonder if it's the same person. You know a lot of Gobbets? Her teasing resolves itself in a gentle smirk. I'm pretty sure they're one and the same. She's a good person. We're not real close, but I have a pleasant relationship. Chatting over french fries, discussing our latest reads. Shallow things. How much do you know of her? We work together. Good. Keep her by your side. She's pretty fluent in the way of the city and the people who live here. She knows her stuff. If you keep with her, you'll find yourself in a lot less trouble than you would otherwise. You like to paint? Just for fun. I don't make any money off of it or anything like that. I just find it relaxing. Designed my tattoos, but that's about the extent of that I take beyond the canvas. I'd like to see your paintings sometime. Some of them are around the shop. You're welcome to take a look. Sounds fun. What do you like to read? Claps her hands together. Aside from the usual, I like sitting down each morning in a tall cup of soy calf. Soy calf's like coffee made of not coffee beans, I think. It's like, yeah, gross stuff. Caffeine, but not really caffeinated. Not tasty. Just news, obituaries. Makes me feel good. She smiles at the moment before speaking. Kidding. Well, for all now. I tend to stay toward the detective novels, maybe some suspense and horror. But when I'm not reading for leisure, I study my textbooks to keep my magic sharp. Sounds fun. But I'd like to ask you something on a more serious note. Is Crafty really your first name? No. Name started as a joke, actually. Back home, my mom used to call me Crafty. Since the meaning is similar to my given name, I like it because of the way it sounds. So what are we trying to chat this gal up, Mao? Yes, like the cat. You foreigners always make that same joke, which is why I grew up hating Mao. Call me Crafty. Mother sounds like a mage. Did you study magic too? I sure did. Natural predisposition. Or whatever. But Mom and I learned the craft differently. I went to university. She was a book taught. Mom was very old school. Her magic wasn't as applicable to everyday situations, but it was rooted in superstitions. It still worked, and well, but only for more ritualistic ancient spells, practical spells, like rain shields and bottomless trash cans. We're outside of her repertoire. Back on topic. I got the feeling that your relationship with your mom was, man, I don't know if I really care. So some of these things, you go through all this thing, and since we have the time to actually chat with her and talk with her, then she might do some sort of like favor in the future if we actually are nice to her. You better believe it. She was obsessed with the walled city. Put it before everyone in her life. Mom ate, slept, and breathed that city. Was something fueling her obsession? Yeah, actually. Mom was convinced that something was wrong with that place. Something was cursed in some way, polluted the unnaturally bad chi. She visited the city under the protection of the Yellow Lotus and spent hours, sometimes days, studying it. She was consumed by her research. Did she ever find anything? She sure tried. Mom thought she could find a way to purify the place and exorcise its demons. Her obsession with the walled city grew, and she devoted more and more of her life breaking its curse. I wish I could say she fell off the radar, but really, the rest of the world fell into hers. I'm sorry, it must have been hard for you. It is what it is, and here I am. Okay. Sounds to me like you don't believe in your mother's research. I know we just met, Blitz, but you have another generous ear. I don't mind discussing my mother with you as long as you keep the details between us and YouTube. Mother's research was stupid, just plain stupid. She wasn't stupid herself, no. Mom was very bright, but her obsession was downright unhealthy. Anyone could see that. The walled city was a toxic place, home to dark spirits and astral influence. Mom believed in a singular curse at the heart of the place. Huh. When you say toxic, what do you mean? My mother failed to change the walled city, and the time she spent inside there changed her. She grew sickly and became moody, irritable. She suffered from night terrors the rest of her life. It must have been difficult to watch her decline like that. It wasn't just that. The breaking point for me was her ridiculous obsession. I refused to indulge her, and it drove a wedge between us. Neither of us was willing to relent. I guess we had that in common. Stubborn to the end. So after Mom died, I turned back to her work and left the walled city and its people to themselves as a toxic site beyond rehabilitation. I do my best to ignore it. At least I've tried. Now that these dreams, these nightmares, are leaking out of the walled city, I wonder if I can still ignore it. Let me know what you decide. I've got to head out. Huh. Okay. Wow. Looks like we're done. Now, did I actually miss? I wonder if I missed some combat with her. I actually do want to know. Okay, let's see her wares too. We'll see that. And she's got all the mage stuff. Ooh, shaman garb. Grab. It's kind of neat. Some weapons. Got the outfits, the spells here. Conjuring. Yeah, she can conjure stuff too. And consumables. Alright. Tell you what, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I am going to be done recording for today because my brain is not functioning very well on reading. So, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. and keep your stick on the ice. We'll catch you next time.